What's good, Have Gang? Before we start this video, I want to give a big shout out to EduBirdie for sponsoring this video. For those of you guys that have not heard about EduBirdie is basically a service where you could pay people, professional people that are qualified in writing essays and writing papers to help you finish your college essays. Whether it's an existing one that you want to edit or start from scratch, they will help you get it done. And for those of you guys that are in college like me, I know you know the struggle with all these essays. So make sure to check EduBirdie out if you need help. Their prices are fair. I've used them. Make sure to go see what they could do for you. But anyways, let's get into the tutorial, guys.
Life short, smoke a port, on a port, in New York, calculating like a dork. Kill Bill, tracksuit, Supreme shorts, life short.
What's good, Have Gang? And the moment that you've been waiting for this week has come. We are doing a how to sound like XXXTentacion on FL Studio. It's my very first X tutorial on FL Studio, and we are doing his song Arms Around You that has Lil Pump, Maluma, and Sway Lee in it. I think it's a very, very beautiful chorus, and it applies to a lot of his kind of singy slash melodic songs, so I said why not. So let's go ahead and hop into this tutorial and show you guys what's going on here. But before we do that, make sure to hit that subscribe button with that bell to turn notifications on so you know whenever I'm uploading content to this channel. And make sure to also go and follow me on social media at YoungHalfington, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all the same thing. But yeah, let's go ahead and show you guys what I got here. Alright, Have Gang, so we're in FL Studio right now, and as you can see, I have the instrumental and the main vocals to his chorus that I got here. So I'm gonna go ahead and play you guys what this sounds like right now for what I got.
Arms around you, te amo mami, let me hold you. Got me arms right around you, girl. Oi,
Hey,
good loving got all around you to make sure no one can harm you. Darling mami, let me have you. Oi.
and that's pretty much what we're gonna be doing today. I'm gonna teach you guys how to get that effect, basically what X used in the chorus of Arms Around You. May he rest in peace, by the way. So sad. But okay, so first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to left click the vocal that you recorded right here, and then you're going to open up your mixer, and then you're going to want to channel it into here. And the way to channel the vocal into the mixer, you just right click, and then you go down to channel routing and route select the channels to this track. But I'm not going to do that because, of course, obviously it's already there right now. So very first thing that you want to do is you want to go ahead and do an auto-tune effect. And the key to this song, Arms Around You, was in A minor. I set that tracking to 50. My vocal type is alto/tenor, so that's why I have it there. If you have a low male voice, go ahead and put low male. But if you're a soprano, do soprano. So like I said, since I'm alto/tenor, that's why I have it right there. And I had that retune speed at 20 because I felt like that's what worked best for me. With X, you don't really want that heavy autotune effect. So the better the singer you are, the higher this number will be. But if you can't really sing, the lower this number will be. But I found that 20 was a good spot for me. And I put that humanize knob at 12 so that I could eliminate a little bit of that robotic effect, you know? So that's pretty much it for the auto-tune. So we're going to go ahead and close that. We're going to go to the parametric EQ now. For any track that you do, especially in modern day music, you're going to want to cut out the bass of your vocals. In a lot of my FL Studio tutorials, you will see that I cut off the bass typically at that 180 area because that's what works for me. Me personally, even if you hear me now, I don't have that much bass in my vocals. So if you have that lower voice, the lower voice people are the ones that typically have that bass. So the more bass you have, the more you're gonna want to. Ooh, what the fuck? The more. But come on. Okay. The more bass you have in your voice, the more that you're gonna want to slide this first knob all like to the right. But I found that it works for me typically around that 180 mark. Yeah, right there. And I noticed that X does have a lot of treble in this chorus that he uses. So that's why I took the 7 knob and I raised it all the way to that 1100 hertz mark. And then I added a little bit more air to the vocals by lifting this 6 knob up to a little bit. Where is it? Not quite at 6. I would say probably at the +4 decibels. But it's set at 3200 right now at 39%. So that's what you're going to want to do there and close that out. And then we get into our compressor next. It's a singy chorus, so that's why I have that ratio at 8:1. If you're singing, I typically like to keep that ratio at 8:1. The majority of my songs, because a lot of songs that I release under my own name are very melodic, so I'll typically put myself at 8:1 all the time. I set that type to vintage over there. I lowered the attack a little bit to 11.2, kept the release at 200, and I put that threshold at -20.9 decibels. And that's it for that. We are not at reverb yet. I forgot to close all those plugins before I recorded this video. But next, this is a really important feature to excite the vocals. You're going to want to load in that Soundgoodizer next. And I found that for this style of song, the B preset was the way to go. If you go through all of these, they all sound different. Every single one of them sound different. They excite the vocals in different manners. But when you load in the Soundgoodizer, the knob will kind of be like up here. Basically what I did was I dragged this knob to the left to about right here. And I found that's what worked best for me. So that's it for the Soundgoodizer. And then reverb. A lot of reverb in this song, guys. So when you open up the reverb, it'll come up as default for you. But if you go to here, this right knob right here, and you just scroll through and you find the venue preset, this is the one that I found best for this song. You could also use Cathedral, but I just thought that venue sounded a lot better, you know what I'm saying. And then I went over here to the sub bus. As you can see, they're full over here. It'll be like that when you initially load in the reverb. And I moved that knob all the way to about here, a little less than halfway. And that's the best reverb settings that I found for this song. And then you're going to want the delay. And what was crazy about this delay, like, go ahead, I'll show you. What was crazy about this delay was that, you know, normally you keep delay kind of quiet. Like, you don't really want it to overlap that much. But X in this song, his delay was hella loud, guys. It was honestly crazy. Like, listen to it. You'll hear it overlap without the instrumental.
Arms around you, te amo mami, let me hold you. Got me arms wrapped around you, girl. Oi.
So as you guys can hear, the delay is like louder than what it would typically be in most songs, and it overlaps. But for some reason in this instrumental, it doesn't really sound bad. You know what I'm saying? It actually works. So I thought that was kind of interesting and kind of cool. So basically the delay plugin for the delay 2. I set the feedback type, the normal. I moved the cut to about right here. The cut is basically when it cuts off the delay. So the more to the right, you'll hear it keep going longer and longer and longer. So I typically cut the delay at halfway because I think that's a good time to stop. So yeah, like I said, feedback normal, cut set to about halfway, and I put my timing to about right here. That's what worked for this song. And that's pretty much it for the delay. And there's really nothing much more to it, guys. Like, that's pretty much the full tutorial for how to sound like X and Arms Around You. So let's go ahead and I'll play the normal vocals without the instrumental first, so you guys can kind of hear. Then I'll run it back and I'll play it with the instrumental. So let's go ahead and see what we got.
Arms around you, te amo mami, let me hold you. Got me arms wrapped around you, girl. Oi. Good loving got all around you to make sure no one can harm you. Darling mommy, let me have you. Oi.
And I like to play the vocals without the instrumental so you guys could actually hear what's going on, because when there's an instrumental in the background playing, you kind of, unless you have a really, really good ear, you can't really understand what's going on with the effect. So that's why I like to do that for you guys. But finally, let's go ahead and unmute the instrumental and play through the whole thing again. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section if I did a good job or not and who you want to see next. But anyways, let's go ahead and press play. Arms Around You, X's chorus. Let's go.
Arms around you, te amo mami, let me hold you. Got me arms wrapped around you, girl. Oi.
Hey.
Good loving got all around you to make sure no one can harm you. Darling mommy, let me have you. Oi.
And that's it. Sorry that it took so long to get this video out. I just wanted to make sure that it sounded as best as I could possibly come up with, because when I put that poll for X and Lil Peep, X did win, but X is a little bit more delicate of an artist, you know, especially in terms of his effects, because he's such a talented singer anyways. So if you're not really that good at singing, replicating X's style of song is going to be really, really difficult for you. But I think it turned out great. Let me know in the comment section if I did a good job, and leave a like if you enjoyed it as well. Leave a dislike if you think it was trash. I take any feedback, because it just makes me improve at the end of the day. But anyways, so go ahead and subscribe if you guys haven't already, or if you're new, and turn that notification bell on so you guys could see whenever I'm uploading content. Why do I keep saying contact? I did that in my intro too. But anyways, guys, hit the bell if you want to see whenever I upload new content to this channel. It's been your boy YoungHalfington. I'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace out, guys.